Hi everyone, how are you? Nice to see you again. My name is Romina Tomas. I am a business and an accountability coach, and I support people getting things done, accomplishing their goals, whether personal or professional, and I support them to be accountable to their goals so they can get results. But today I'm not here to talk to you about procrastination or prioritizing or anything that has to do with goal setting. Today I have a very special guest with me. But before I introduce her, if you're watching us live, please let us know and say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you're catching the replay, say hashtag replay so you know you're there. So without further ado, let me introduce our special guest today. Her name is Dr. Shivani Sood, and she's an Ayurvedic doctor. She has a degree in nutrition and a master's in NLP. She has a clinic in India for detoxification, and she runs an online course on Ayurveda, and she coaches people for health issues. And she has been a doctor since 2003. So I'm so excited and happy to have her here on our show today. So please join me in giving her a warm welcome. Hi, doctor. How are you?
Hi, Romina. It's so nice to be on your show, and I'm really here to help your audience make their health better.
Yes, I'm excited. So, please let us know a little bit about yourself and what is it that you do.
I think you really introduced me very, very nice. Your introduction was really complete. And you told all about me. So I have traveled worldwide in Europe, America, and done a lot of workshops there and also seen patients. And just 2 years back, I shifted to just designing my methodology and kind of creating courses so that I could help more number of people with what I do. And I believe health is really precious and the foundation stone for any kind of achievement you want to achieve. And I really love my work because it helps people on a personal level, which I think is really important.
Very important.
Yes. So
awesome. And I love the fact that you run an online course, so we don't have to go all the way to India to get in touch with you. So that's fantastic. But, I want to know, what is Ayurveda and how it can help us, maintain our focus and our attention when we're working on our goals?
See, the West took a lot of yoga back up, like everybody knows yoga now, and Ayurveda is the next one coming up.
Yeah.
Because the stress-based diseases are really increasing, and there's so much about nutrition, and there's so much about, food industry, confusion, marketing, so on, that it all comes to a point like, what do I need, So Ayurveda is the ancient science from India, which is 5,000 years, BC it was designed. It's this ancient wisdom on how to live, how to think, and how to live a life which is fulfilling.
Exactly. I love that.
Yes, it brings in a lot of knowledge about nutrition. It brings in a lot of knowledge about how your mind functions and how mind and body are one, and how you really can, make yourself strong from within.
I think that's the most important, because when you're strong from within, it shows outside, and then it connects with all the people that are around you, because it's like the energy that comes out of you. It will translate to everybody else that it's around you. So that is so important to work on ourselves, to our inner self first, and also it will translate to the outside as well.
Yes, it's very true. And human beings are creature of love and emotion. No matter how good we perform, it's really important for us to have love. And the best love starts from loving yourself, which is taking good care of yourself. And there can be a lot of confusion what's right for you. So in Ayurveda, we have different types.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Tell me about the types. Yeah, please.
Yes, so the different type determine a lot of your habits and the way you are behaving. So there are the three kinds: the air type, which is called the Vata type, the fire type, which is called the Pitta type, and the earth and water type, which is called the Kapha type. So these three types determine our physiology, about how our hormones function, our metabolism functions, how we feel emotionally, what are our needs, what kind of different nutrition we might be needing,
Yeah.
Just to give you a quick example, if you're a fire type and you're pouring in more coffee in your body, you will be more acidic than the water and the air type, because they are not the fire type.
Okay. So fire shouldn't be drinking too much coffee.
And they love coffee because they love to perform, so they love to be alert, and
Yeah.
the alertness coffee gives us. So we are naturally having this three body type, which also determines our metabolism. Now if you have a earth and water metabolism, and you want to be as thin as a air metabolism, so you're going to make yourself sick, because that's your body type. You can exercise all day long, but you won't lose that amount of weight. You need to have strategies according to your body type.
Exactly. And can you give us like maybe just a quick description of each type, so we can maybe see if we can recognize ourselves and where
Okay.
do we...
Yes, let's do it, because I'll do it on a psychological level, because your audience is more about the business
Yeah.
accountability. So air type is very quickly nervous, confused, okay, and is also hyperactive, very
Okay.
hyperactive. But the positive qualities are they're highly emotional and sensitive, and they have a good intuition sense. But
That's good.
most of the time, all the tasks what they're trying to do is too many, not organized. So they end up with the day not finishing what they want. And they have the biggest problem with procrastination also, because they're like, I'll do it tomorrow. So they're superbly talented, but they don't take the best out of their talent.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
when they're not able to balance their personal life, so when something emotional happens, it flips on the other side, their business, everything. You can see it
Yeah.
on their face that they're not feeling good. They had an emotional crisis with
Yeah.
someone,
So
and
they cannot divide, or between personal and professional. Everything gets like mixed in.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the air type. Now, the fire type, which are mostly the business people, the entrepreneurs, who are really very sharp and focused. They have plans. They kind of really do what they say. They're very highly accountable. They can hold others accountable. But many times, because they are so much in their mind, they're not connected to their body. So a lot of negative emotions come, like being irritable or being angry or being frustrated because things don't go the way they want.
Yeah.
And they end up damaging their health, which might in the long term cause them problems. But they can perform, but sometimes they cannot balance, like they're too much into
Exactly.
work.
I was gonna tell you that they need to be balanced in
Yes,
order
if they
to.
can be
Okay.
balanced. So
Yeah.
that's the
Otherwise,
fire type,
okay.
and then that's the water type, who is like, I'm born enough. It's a good type, because you're happy with yourself. I'm born enough, and you're calm and you're stable, and you have a sense of patience and devotion. You don't ask for much. So many times they don't even want to hire a health coach or anybody for accountability or something, because they're like, I am enough. People bring them to, oh, you could do better. But they need a more stronger push, because they're quite stubborn with, if they need to do something, they need like really like, do it, because they don't see the
Exactly.
need of doing much.
They're just happy with what they are.
Exactly.
They
Yes.
don't need more.
They don't need
They're not
more.
striving for more. Yeah.
Yes, like these people who live in countryside and watch football with their teammates and eat the same pizza, go to the same cafe, and they
Yeah.
just love the secure cocoon.
Comfort zone. Yeah.
Yes, and they like
They
it.
don't like. Yeah.
So that's the third type, which is like, this type has a big problem with gaining weight, because they're so in their comfort zone. So these are the three psychological types, and based on this also you can get diseases. So the air type has more problem with anxiety and worry and fear. There's the fire type, mostly has problem with aggression, and really being, they also can be anxious, but by doing too much, burnout, aggression.
Yeah. Burnout. Yeah.
And the water type has problem with inertia. Just
So yeah, so how do these three types, I think they were so clear, and people that are watching this, they're probably thinking in their head, okay, I'm this, I'm water, I'm air, I'm fire, so that this is really good. So for the three types of is it personality? How do you define them? Is it like psychological type?
psychological types, yeah.
Psychological. So what are the things that maybe they can do health wise to be more balanced, in their life?
See, the physical balance will also show in the mind.
Okay.
So taking good physical care is really, really important, because no matter which type psychological you are, if you have a rhythm or a thing about really understanding yourself and taking good care of yourself, your psychology also will be balanced.
Okay, so from where?
So basically, your mindset improves when you take good physical care. But few words help the psychological type, which is like for Vata or the air type, it's really nice to have a routine and to kind of have a limited number of tasks they want to accomplish. Have warm food instead of cold food, because warm food has more vagus nerve calming effect. I explained in one of my shows before that vagus nerve needs warmth, and that's why we have this idea about the comfort food, something we all like to eat when we feel stress. So warm food is really important for the air type, and to have regularities, limited number of tasks to do, and to kind of make sure that they are aligned with their strength. For example, if I would pick up a technological program of doing some software marketing, I would be a failure because I don't know how. But if my dad said to me, or if my mom said to me, I would be doing like this, it doesn't work out. So it's very important for the air type balance that they do what they're talented in, and they enjoy their task.
Exactly.
And they feel connected. So it's always nice for them not to take direct pressure, but to have a team.
Okay, that's good. So they're good to work in a team. That's
exactly. Good. And for the fire type, it's really important to understand that if you exist, others also exist. Right? So it's about seeing not that what you do is correct, but also being tolerant about other people, and to be knowing that everyone has his way, and not to control their way. Many times fire types are not controlling because they would like to control, because they love so much. So they would like to find out the exact right thing their daughter needs to do, or son, and not really see them as individual. So they take stress on themselves, imbalance themselves, and imbalance the family. So fire type benefits a lot with kind of giving space to others and letting go of the control.
Yeah, and I think when the fire types understands that, they can be great leaders and great mentors if they understand the balance between leading and letting people, evolve and grow and do their thing without being so controlling or micromanaging. So that's great.
Fire type also needs a lot of exposure to the nature.
Okay.
So in the morning, it's nice for them to get up and go for a walk for 20 minutes, because it really helps the mind to kind of connect with the green color, and green color opens your heart. So the more open-hearted the fire types are, they're amazing. They have great power, they have love, and they feel their life is, very fulfilling.
Yeah. It has meaning.
It has more meaning, And fire type have to stay away from acidic food like coffee, alcohol, and spicy food, and make sure their protein level is okay, because they're also prone to sugar cravings more than the other types. They love sugar.
I love sugar.
Well, yeah, I also love sugar, and sometimes when I bite into that chocolate mousse cake, I'm like, who in the world told it's bad for your health? I don't want to see this.
Exactly.
But
I think everything is with moderation. It's like maybe eating a little bit, get the craving out of it, but not just overindulge in something.
Yes, but it's also about seeing that many times cravings can be a result of not fulfilling your nutritional needs.
Exactly. So, or other psychological or emotional.
Or psychological need, or, it can be like
sometimes we eat out of emotions, we're sad or stressed, or, and then we eat.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then for the water mind type, they should see that out of the comfort zone, there's something they could really want to do, but they should be, exposed to small occasions of traveling. It should be slow changes for them. Otherwise, they will panic. So small occasions of traveling, moving, meeting people, instead of pushing them to a room of 50 people, take them to a room of 6 people.
Exactly.
Let them talk, because many times the air type and the fire type don't give them the chance to talk only. So let them talk, hear them out. They do good with children. So they could be joining children, but it's about keeping your world open and not just meeting the same people all the time with the same habits,
Yeah.
and make sure the amount of, they're very addicted to this. We have this 3 addictive combination, which is once you get addicted to it, it's like getting addicted to drugs. So once you have a combination of sugar, salt, and fat, so the
Not
water
good.
types are, wow. Example, a pizza, it has salt, it has sugar in the tomatoes, there's sugar,
Yeah, of course.
and there's a lot of fat. So each time we eat a good made pizza, we're like, wow, that was something.
Yeah.
So the water types are addicted to this, fat and sugar and salt, and they should be trying to have, at least for their dinner, just vegetables with spices and really light. I have done a video on intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is good for them.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's good.
To kind of eat mainly in the day, and the remaining time to have light food. So
the intermittent fasting is like you stop eating like, I don't know, 8 p.m. and then you start the next day like at noon. How does that work?
Intermittent fasting, you have something very light for breakfast, and you have your major at lunch around 1 p.m. And then you stop, and then you can have vegetable broth or just water, or if you're really very hungry, you can have some steamed vegetables, or it's just how you start with. You can do partial fasting as a starting, where you eat in the morning and evening. But these types really need to find detachment out of food, but it's not easy, because that's how they are. Summers are about barbecues, winters are about Christmas parties, always around food.
It's like their comfort zone too. They use them as a comfort.
And they only come for help when they're sick. So when the high level,
so they're not being proactive. They're not proactive. They are reactive.
No. Exactly. They are reactive types, and that's how they are. But on the other hand, if we see, except for this, they have no problem, because they're not anxious, they're not nervous, they're calm. So it's, this type can just develop better food habits, and then they are much more better. And but they're stubborn and they're slow in progress. So every type has its pros and cons. So it's not like, because people ask me often like, oh, that's my type, is it good? And I'm like, we are not here to judge.
Exactly.
We are here to see if exactly what you say, to align with your strength.
Exactly.
So if something is wrong, I can look in the types and I can say, what exactly are you doing not okay? That so many health challenges are coming, what you can change on the nutritional side, psychological side, every day. And even a 2-hour session gives you a concrete evidence of, how exactly can you progress depending upon what your goals are.
Exactly. So that's fantastic. So when people come to you and they have a 2-hour session with you, you recognize their type, and then you give them like tools and tips to help them, be the best of their type they can be. All the health practices that will help them to live a healthier life, to grow personally as well, not just healthy wise from within, be stronger, be more confident, and to apply those tools in the different areas so they can be better.
Exactly.
We don't want to be sick,
Yes.
And sometimes we don't know what's going on. I'm sure you have so many people that come to you and say, okay, I don't know, I have stomach problems, or I have anxiety, or I have pain in my neck, and I don't know what is coming from. So by discovering their type, you can really help them find the root of the problem and then remove the problem.
Exactly. And, a self-aware person is much more independent. Because if you have a pain in your shoulder, you can come for help, but then the same pain goes to your stomach, and then you don't know what to do. So things, when you know how to kind of, treat yourself, or, understand what's happening with your child, what psychological things is he showing, and it's completely normal that you feel this way, and it doesn't have to be your identity, it can be transformed. But it can't be transformed with kind of showing it away. You have to understand what's happening. Even if to your child, worrying or being stressed is not helping anything.
Absolutely. So it's becoming aware of the cause. Why is it, what's causing that symptom? Because it's a symptom, basically. What is causing my pain in my neck? Or what is causing my stomach pain? Because it's probably has to do with something emotional too. So once you
Exactly.
find and you become aware of, okay, this is coming from this, then we can treat that and support it with healthy practices to get stronger, both
Exactly.
emotionally and physically.
Yes, and 60 to 70% of the people have need more help on the psychological aspect
Absolutely.
because there's no education for it, By the time
No,
we are studying algebra and all this stuff, which is not, but we don't know how to eat properly. We don't know how to breathe properly. We don't know how to think properly. Like these fundamentals should be taught to kids in the school when they are really
I
growing
agree.
up. But
Oh my gosh, I agree 1,000%. It's like, why don't we teach our kids this? This is important. This is what we need to teach our kids, to explain to them so they can start becoming aware of what's going on within them. And
exactly.
once they become aware, we can help them to make a change. But if we don't know, we're not inside our kids. We're not inside other people. We need
Exactly.
to teach people how to connect with their emotions and to become aware of what's going on so they can express it, and then you can do something about it. But if you're not aware of what's going on, and I always tell people this too, it's like, the moment you become aware, it's like a light bulb switch. It's on and you cannot turn it off. It's like it's on, then you
Exactly.
have a choice of doing something about it or not. Some people, they say, I don't want to do anything about it. Okay,
Yes.
fine, but at least you know that it's happening.
Exactly. And that's the worst when the kids are suffering because I have patients who are 8 years old come with their parents, and I visited them like they're regular patient of me in one of my collaboration center. And the boy has attention deficit disorder, and it's
Yeah,
amazing how the mother changed once she knew about his type and his struggle, and the fact that whatever is happening in the family is influencing the child in another way than her. And
exactly.
taking herbs is a solution because the solution is to kind of strengthen the nerves and calm down the nerves naturally. So she
Hmm.
has an option out of Ritalin, like many of us don't know that there is an option out of chemical medicines.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So talking about that, what are the things that maybe some general things we can take to help us, be healthier for every psychological type? Maybe any herbs that will support our immune system, or will, in our case, because we're entrepreneurs and we're always focusing on working on things, maybe that can help us with our focus and attention.
Yes, that's a great question. First thing is like food is the fuel. Okay, if the nutrition is correct,
Yeah.
you don't need any extra herbs. So you have to make sure that as a, air type, you're eating more warm, and as
Mhm.
a fire type, you're eating more alkaline, and as a earth and water type, you're eating more light. The word
Okay.
light is really important,
Mhm.
and besides this, you might be needing help if you have been affected years by stress. You can't expect just nutrition to cure it, or you just entered the world of Ayurveda and you think like 1 month of eating healthy of course
That's
makes
it.
a great impact. But what really makes an impact is like you might need support of some herbs. So one of the very common herb what I really recommend is called Brahmi. you know
Brahmi. Mhm.
Brahmi, Bramhi, Brahmi, and
Okay.
it's a neurotonic. Now, see what in the West they do, they directly give you the chemical which you're missing. Here, the
Mm.
herb just gives energy to your nerves, and the nerves themselves make what is required.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And this can be easily found in
Can be easily
places.
found. It can be easily found. And for the ones who have a lot of panic attacks or anxiety attacks, can use it with a combination of the herb called ashwagandha. So
Okay.
ashwagandha, that's the name of the herb. The Latin name is Betania somnifera. And ashwagandha really helps you to kind of build yourself back up, so it
Mm.
strengthens your
I love
body
that.
tissues. And, you know, so there's a chance for everyone, you know,
Exactly.
but you have to take the personal responsibility. That's the reason I wrote the course as well, because after the course I could see a mother more relaxed, a wife more communicated, an
Yeah.
individual more happy, and the whole family more healthy. So that was my vision about writing the course, that I combine all these aspects in a simpler language, like I speak now, and
Yeah.
everyone gets it.
I love that. Yeah, I was reading your course, and that's exactly what I love about it, is that you speak in a way that we can all understand it, even if we have never heard of Ayurveda. So this is great. So it's a way for everybody to connect with this ancient, what's the word? I lost the word. uh,
Ancient science.
Science. Thank you. Connect with this ancient science and really help us in our life today, which is great. There is so much wisdom in this science, and
There's a
so
lot
many,
of wisdom.
yeah, a lot of wisdom. So we need to bring this back, and I love that you're doing that, and you're really connecting and helping people to basically live a better life. That's what it's all about. That's,
Yes.
I believe that's what we're here to be happy.
Exactly. And I created my systems with kind of working with it, you know. So I worked a lot to have an
Exactly.
experience with people and the different kinds. And my whole intention is to help human health and psychology with understanding their evolution. And of course, I'm a doctor, I can give you medicines, you know, like it's like my capability to
Yeah.
give you any medicine for which you're sick. But the whole system, looking at it, kind of makes me calmer, that if somebody wants to really heal, he has a proper system and he doesn't have to know Ayurveda. He can enter from anywhere and
Exactly.
understand it.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it, that anybody can have access to it, and it's understandable. It is easier to follow, and you're there supporting them every step of the way. Uh,
Exactly.
and and I love that about technology, because look, you're in a different part of the world. However, people can access to you and have you there with them. What you do is also have to do with accountability, helping people be accountable to their health, day in and day out. So that's fantastic. I love that.
Yes, and that's what I love about coaching as well, you know,
Yeah,
that it's okay if we can't do it alone, you know.
absolutely. We're all different and we're all unique. And
Very
like you
unique.
were saying before, we all have our strengths. And if I'm lacking on some areas, it's good that I can reach out to others to help me and support me. I don't see that, sometimes when we seek out for help, we feel that, oh, I failed, I need help, I'm not good. But I see it as a opportunity for growth. Like I'm so glad that are people like you there that can support me and help me with my health if I ever need it.
Yes,
We're not, we cannot do it all. We're not, you
exactly.
know.
You know, I like this beautiful metaphor that your life is like a big rectangle, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
all the things who are precious to you are inside a triangle, which is inside this rectangle.
Yeah,
And you don't let everyone enter your triangle, you know, you have your
exactly.
space. And
Mm-hmm.
diseases are inside the rectangle, but like small clouds. So once you understand why these clouds are over your head, they will rain and it's gone. So your
Love,
rectangle is completely clean and clear, and you can do
I
whatever
love
you
it.
want, you know, but you have your precious space inside you.
And I love that. The metaphor is great. Like, there are clouds, the rain comes and they are gone,
They're gone.
which give us hope that we can always improve our health and improve ourselves. I don't like when people are like so close that, no, this is the way I am and I will never change and I will never be able to, I don't know, lose weight or remove the anxiety. This society nowadays, they like to put labels on people. I have this, I am this. And we can change the labels, we can rename ourselves and give us new labels any day we want to. So
Yes. Like
it's great that
one
we.
one of the important thing we have to understand is that human physical evolution was completed centuries before, when man moved from a monkey to a human being.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
mental evolution is constantly on.
Exactly. I
So
love that.
your mind is constantly evolving, you know. So it's the best thing is like kind of not to surrender to what your brain says, but to have a good physical connection and health connection, so that your brain does work like a computer, but shuts
Mhm.
down when your work is over. You don't need your brain at that time, you know.
Exactly.
So take care of your health, because it's really sad to see most of the time people starting to take care when they have problems.
Yeah.
That should not be the
Exactly.
point.
No, that's what we were talking about before. It's like, it's being proactive and not reactive. It's understanding, okay, maybe today I feel healthy, but what is it that I can do to keep myself healthy so I don't get to the point where I'm not healthy and I need the help. So it's to, constantly doing things that are good for us, like, exercising or eating healthy, or especially when we're working, doing things that we love and enjoy. And if we are doing something that we're not happy about, then to do something about it. You can always change careers, change jobs, create new businesses. We're in this lifetime to try different things. It's not because at 18 years old you chose to become something, then at 30 you cannot change it. So it's about understanding what makes you happy, and always be proactive and try to keep a well balanced life.
Exactly. Be comfortable about your wrong decisions, because
Exactly.
they taught you how to take the right ones. So be okay with your wrong decisions, because otherwise, how would you
Absolutely.
know how to take the right one? So it's good as it is. And from this point, there is a point of movement, and
Absolutely.
never without help. So health is
Absolutely.
really important. Whatever you want to do, or take care of your body and your mind and fulfill its needs. And that's my message to your audience as well.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. This was wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. I learned so much about Ayurveda and the different types, and I hope people understood it the way that I did it as well, because it was so simple and so clear. So I'm going to post the links to Dr. Shivani on the comments, how you can get in touch with her online course, which is amazing. And then if you have any questions for Dr. Shivani, please let us know in the comments. Just say hi, comment anything that you want about this video, and we're here to support you. This is what I love about the Expert Channel TV, is that we as experts, we are here for you. So please connect with us. That's what we want. We want to hear from you. So we're always here to hear your comments and your questions. So feel free to reach out to any of us. And thank you so much, Dr. Shivani, for being in my show today. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy that you were here with us today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you very much, Romina. It was really a pleasure, and pleasure to talk to the business community as well, because it's really nice to see them working so hard, and especially women. I'm really sorry to say this, because
Women do it all. Yeah,
women doing it all, especially because all the things they have been
we can
responsible
multitask.
for multitasking. And I wish everyone good luck with their health. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Ciao.